Vermoliths. I knew I felt something underfoot, but I...
Take heart. This will be an excellent opportunity to test the results of our training.
Are you sure that's wise? I haven't exactly gotten the hang of it yet.
Sooner or later, you're going to need that power. Might as well get used to using it.
All right. Let's strike it down! I knew this would happen.
Relax. It's just the first of many attempts.
What is that?
Curious. It looks as though your ability left some remnant behind, and it seems to be lingering.
Well, it's not what I intended, but maybe we can make use of it.
Be that as it may, what's important is that you continue to practice and improve your... It's all right if you haven't achieved your full power yet. For now, just focus on...
Reduce power, be precise. Okay. It's been 2 years and I'm still not able to use my abilities. I keep telling everyone, all we have to do is hold on. Be ready. But I'm the one who's not ready.
What's your hurry?
Ever since Ballastar took the throne, things are worse than ever. Every day we delay, people are losing family and...
Eden, you are on a journey no soul before you has undertaken. Setbacks are inevitable, but trust that you will reach journey's end. And when you arrive there, you will find Ballastar on...
Listen to me whining. Pretty weak look for a leader.
I see no weakness.
Let's get back to work.
Welcome. Right. Hmm. Intriguing.
Look who it is.
Clara, we need to talk.
Well, hurry up then. It's almost time for evening training.
I know how much work you've put in these past 2 years. Without you, our forces wouldn't be anywhere near as strong as they are.
Why do I sense a but coming?
I think you're pushing them too hard. Not to mention overworking yourself. You've done more than enough. You have nothing to prove here. And I want all of us to make it to the end of the story. So try not to collapse before then.
If I fall down, pushing too hard is the last thing I'm worried about.
Huh?
Look at me. That patch. This damn scar. Peering out at the world through one eye. Lately, I'm almost getting used to it. Do you know how frustrating that is?
Clara.
If I can learn to live with that, how long before I do the same with all of it? If I slow down now, lose that fire, lose my touch, gods, just thinking about it drives me insane.
I know where you're coming from. I've been there myself. But slowing down isn't giving up. It's conserving your strength. Just because a wound heals doesn't mean we forget it. Accepting that Leon's gone doesn't mean I don't still care. It just means not letting it hurt me over and over, so I can stay calm and do what needs to be done. In that sense, I'm stronger than ever. And I think you are too. So please, don't push yourself so hard. I'm counting on you.
Still got that silver tongue, I see.
It's not just talk.
I know. And I hear you.
Eden, sir. Excuse me for interrupting.
It's fine. What is it?
Lady Marshall is looking for you. She says there's something she'd like to discuss.
Got it.
Well, well. Look who it is.
I was wondering if I could talk to you about Joanna.
Why?
She seems a little reserved, especially for someone in a position of authority around here.
So why are you talking to me about it?
I didn't want to step on your toes. Plus, you two are...
Joanna doesn't talk much.
Well, I knew that already.
What I mean is, it's not just some cute personality quirk. Joanna's had some trouble. She doesn't trust people. So she keeps her mouth shut.
Ah.
Good for you. Now get out of my hair. I'm trying to train your troops.
Yeah?
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 Hello.
Marshall, what is it?
Eden, good timing. That sign you've been waiting for. I think I found it. Marcus of House Siegwolf has been making some unusual moves. Leonard?
Yes, my lady. I'll take over from here. We've recently confirmed that Marcus has been purchasing arms in bulk from Hullisburg. He's also been arranging covert meetings with some colorful individuals, including mercenaries that have been spotted coming and going from the city.
Then that would mean...
He's preparing for war. It's the only explanation.
If we've got this information, Ballastar's people will too.
I agree. I expect they'll respond before long.
Leonard, keep an eye on them. If he moves a single soldier that way, I want to know about it.
Of course.
As soon as that report comes in, we'll call in all forces and decide what to do.
Understood.
I'm back, and I'd like to apologize.
I'm listening.
It doesn't matter who's right or wrong. We stomped in here and made your life worse.
Oh, I apologize too. I shouldn't have gone off like that. You're just trying to help. Well, it's not like it's been all bad. It's certainly safer around here now. Just...
How about this? We don't intend to be here forever, but in the meantime, what if we share?
share? What?
Everything. Any monsters we kill, we'll set aside a portion of what we harvest for you.
Well, that would be great! Oh, but you folks probably kill a lot more meat than I know what to do with.
But there are others around here, right?
Well, sure. A couple of loners like me, some families, a little scraggly village or two.
Think you could put us in touch? Same offer. Anybody whose feathers we've ruffled, we'll make it right. I'll even throw in some supplies for your help. How's a dozen new bows sound?
Ha! Sounds like a fair deal to me. I take it back. You folks are good people.
We try to be, anyway.
Yeah?
I took care of that situation.
I heard. Nicely done, Cap.
I guess so. All right. Any thoughts you'd like to share?
It's an efficient marketplace.
Joanna, you wanted to practice conversation, so converse.
I apologize. This is awkward for me.
Okay, I'll start. How do you think our little shops compare to Leary are?
In what sense?
I don't know. Variety? Our offerings are pretty poor compared to a city like that.
I disagree. Lyriar is a residential city. Its shopping district has to cater to an array of needs. Our markets serve two purposes: keeping
So, what's next on your task list?
spot checking equipment wear.
So, what are you up to here?
Nothing. I just come here between tasks to settle my mind. I find the smell calming. It reminds me of the ranch where I grew up.
Oh, I had no idea.
No one does. Not even Clara.
Aren't you two best friends?
No. Business partners at best. Usually, anyway.
Speaking of Clara, I'm curious about something.
Yes?
If you were trying to avoid talking to people, why choose the mercenary line?
It paid well. But working on my own, or with my...
Hang on. You're telling me Ballastar's left the capital?
Yes. He's departed Castilian and entrusted the city to Hector.
It doesn't make sense to me. With how unpopular he is, you think he'd be more careful not to risk a revolt.
Maybe he's confronting the risk head-on. Crushing some minor rebellion personally, as a show of strength.
Albrecht, assemble the troops.
Understood.
So, the time has finally come. Marshall, what's the situation?
Scouts report that the Siegwolves are leading an uprising in Hullisburg.
Hullisburg? Isn't that...
The place that bastard butchered all those people.
As you know, the Siegwolves were allied with King Abram, but that alliance began to crumble when Ballastar put their ancestral home to the torch. When the Empire fell, they reclaimed the city per the terms of their treaty, but the land was already in ruins. They sent a request for compensation to Abramo, but by that time he had already been killed. So they asked the same of Ballastar, but he wouldn't budge. And just to add insult to injury, he's levied the same tax rates on them as the Empire did.
His sorrow must be rolling in his grave.
As of now, only the Siegwolves have rebelled, but soon the other noble families...
And why are we here? There's plenty of groups out there fighting Ballastar. What makes this one different?
Ballastar's dealing with this one personally, and he's left the capital.
Then, that means...
Yes, it's time. Make your preparations. We march at dawn.
That soon?
How are we supposed to do that? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm itching to get back. I've been ready for months. But didn't we torch Selvati Pass? It'll take us months to rebuild.
We don't need it. We're going through Vuger.
Vuger? You mean that mining city?
Have you looked at a map recently? That's way up north in Ibosa.
Yep. And there's a pass that leads there from Liviu.
I told you all that Clara was here in Liviu before we burned the pass. The truth is, she came later. There's been another road out the whole time.
And you didn't tell us?
I had to keep it secret. Besides, if you'd known, you'd have been begging me to go back every day. I had to wait for the right moment.
I mean, that makes sense, but...
How sure are we that it's still a secret?
Not possible. That smuggler I mentioned? Until recently, I was the only person in the world who knew that road existed.
Okay, that settles our route. Now let's talk strategy. High Commander Clara, what's your plan for occupying Vuger?
The #1 factor in our strategy will be Vuger's reliance on forced labor. The city's got a lot of mines, and that means a lot of bodies to dig them. It's one of the most miserable prison camps in Artemisia. If we can get into the tunnels and avoid the patrols, we can free the laborers. They riot. The soldiers leave the castle to deal with it. Then we swoop in and take the whole place right out from under them.
What happens if we get spotted?
We won't. I've been planning this operation for 2 years.
I heard Caspar was put in command of Vuger after the Empire fell. He may have lost to Ballastar, but still, the Imperial High Commander.
What's your point? You think Ballastar could beat him, but I can't?
I'm just saying there's nothing wrong with being too cautious.
This is the plan. Live with it.
Enough! Infighting is the last thing we need right now. It doesn't matter who their leader is. By the time Caspar realizes he's in a fight, he'll have already lost.
All right.
Ever since what happened, I've been living in a fog. But the fog has lifted. I'm ready. And so are all of you. We will not let Ballastar run wild any longer. Say goodbye to this place. As of right now, we're done hiding. So this is Vuger, huh? Looks like the mines are over that way.
That's where your squad is headed. It'll be up to you to free the miners.
Right. Then all eyes will be on the mines, while we go after Caspar.
Damn! Look there. They've got a patrol on the area.
We knew they would. Just be grateful there aren't more. All right, no time to waste. Advance squad to the mines. Everyone else, get in position to take the castle.
Look out! We're under attack!
I'll go and deal with it.
No. Our job is to protect this castle. It could be some form of diversion. Let's not be hasty.
Then what?
Bolster our defenses and prepare for intruders.
Yes, sir. Protect the castle!
Crap. Clara, we've been spotted.
Seriously? You had one job. Forget it. I'll kick your ass later. Right now, we've got a situation to deal with.
What's the plan?
Defenses are thin at the northern gate. Let's hit them there. We'll break through and destroy them from the inside out.
Works for me. Everyone, you heard. All troops, move out! I have to say, I was surprised to hear Ballastar sent you here. Why would he let his uncle's killer live, let alone put you in command here?
Does it matter?
Why did he turn on Abramo?
Did you come all this way to ask me for gossip?
I didn't come here for you at all. But since you got in my way, I'd like some answers.
And if I choose to keep my mouth shut?
Maybe I'll pry it open.
Enough bluster. I already know you're not that type of leader.
A lot's changed in 2 years, me included.
Spare my men, and I'll answer your questions.
You have my word.
Do you remember Isoro's final battle? How my forces ambushed him in the mountains? The information that led to that ambush, it came directly from Abramo Orcio. He said he'd manipulated Isoro back onto the field, that we'd find him in the Broomhouse, attempting to intercept our reinforcements.
What was Abramo's motive?
I have no idea. He contacted me via letter. At the time, I thought it a ruse. When the information proved correct, I assumed he was simply consolidating power.
I guess you have no reason to lie to me. I'll honor my word.
You have my thanks.
Don't suppose you care to join us?
The fact that I still draw breath is a stain on the... My life should have ended long ago. Yet when the... No longer. I'm ready. Finish it.
Francisco. Give him what he wants.
Hi there.
Any issues I should be aware of in camp?
Actually, I found something in one of the...
What is it?
It's a note.
A note? About what?
Clara. But before I hand it over, I need you to understand I had nothing to do with it.
All right, now I'm really worried.
Yes? Eden, I've been meaning to ask. Did Caspar give you the answers you've been looking for?
He confirmed it. Abramo betrayed us. When Isoro rode out, it was Abramo who leaked word of his route.
Did Caspar say why?
No, just speculation.
And it seems their version of events is true. Ballastar killed his king to avenge his uncle. But no matter how true that may be, it doesn't justify what he's done. To launch a coup just days after toppling an empire. We started this war to put a stop to all this chaos. Now he's made it even worse.
When Ballastar attacked us in Villadel, he said I was Abramo's lapdog, accused me of killing Isoro.
After Isoro's death, Ballastar was made vice commander under Cristobal, kept at arm's length. We, on the other hand, were given orders by the king himself to march on the capital. And claim whatever spoil.
Ballastar must have heard about that. When he learned Abramo was a traitor, he assumed we were in on it. A kernel of truth, a pile of rumors, and a stupid misunderstanding. That's what Leon died for. They'll pay for it soon enough.
Now, let's see here.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh.
Hmm?
And you're... Ah, but I forgot. You two are split up now.
Fontaine.
What? Afraid I'll spoil the good mood? They're just going to kill us in...
That's not how we do things around here.
Then what are you planning to do with us?
Good question. You two are some of the most hated faces in Artemisia, especially around here. We don't have the resources to drag prisoners around, much less ones who'd need protection.
Then release us. We can fend for ourselves.
Speak for yourself. I have no intention of being strung up by some village mob.
Then what do you suggest?
Let me join you.
Ha! Of all the ridiculous notions.
Need something?
I've given your offer some but before I can even consider it, there's some...
Hullisburg.
That's right.
All right. Let's talk. The plan was Caspar.
Just following...
I didn't say that. I make no excuses for what happened. And I trust I don't need to point out our side only bears half the responsibility. I won't grovel for your absolution. I have no use for it. But if being of service keeps my head on my shoulders for another day, I'll do it. Caspar commanded me to live. And I always see my commands through.
I'm sorry, but I can't forgive you. Not a day goes by that I don't think about what happened at Hullisburg. And the same is true for everyone else in this camp. But we don't execute war prisoners. I suggest you leave before we forget our principle.
I understand. But if you change your mind before I do, my
Need something? Thank you kindly.
Oh.
Well, well. Look who it is. Well, well. Look who it is.
Clara, there's something I'd like to discuss.
Good. I was just about to send for you.
Oh? What for?
We need to figure out our next destination.
That's exactly why I was coming to talk to you.
Great minds think alike. Guess we're finally getting along, huh? Well, good. That should make this easy. I want to head for Lyriar.
Thought so.
But we have to get there fast. Strike while the iron's hot.
Right. I'll let everyone know.
Good. Hopefully nobody has any more stupid objections. We've wasted enough time as it is.
Time spent preparing is never wasted. Sooner or later, we're gonna run into him.
I've been ready for that for 2 years. As a matter of fact, I'm looking forward to it. Aren't you?
Hi there.
Well, well. Look who it is.
Anything catch your eye? You're much too kind, dear. Anything catch your eye?
What's with that weird spell book you've got for sale?
The Book of Malice. It whispers sometimes, you know.
It...
Oh yes, all sorts of things. Mostly rude little threats.
That's terrifying.
Oh, it's not so bad. Mostly I keep it stuffed in a sack.
Where did you even find something like that?
It was sold to me by a pirate captain in Corsarinda. A fine bargain, too. She was quite eager to be rid of it.
Then why is your price set so high?
I said she was eager to get rid of it. I didn't say I was. I may not know where it comes from, but I know profit when I smell it.
I wonder if Gilbert would know anything about this.
If you do learn anything, let me know. I'd be fascinated to hear.
Need something?
Say, old-timer, have you ever heard of something called the Book of Malice?
What did you say?
I'll take that as a yes.
Where did you hear that name?
Salma's got it for sale.
Oh, of course she does.
What is it?
I've only heard stories. Bad ones. It's old. It's powerful. And some ugly people have been searching for it for a... If you want to know more than that, ask the bookworm.
Yeah, I think I will.
Welcome.
What do you know about a creepy thing called the Book of Malice?
Odd question. As I recall, it's one of the first grimoires ever made. An ancient relic of House...
Wait, you mean one of the Emperor's ancestors made that thing?
Yes, and according to the histories, the means of its creation were... rather unsavory. Why do you ask?
Call it academic curiosity.
In that case, a word of warning. Legends say the book has a will of its own. It thirsts for blood spilled in combat, and visits ill fate on those who refuse to...
Great.
Anything catch your eye?
I talked to some of my spellcasters about that book. They say it's old, famous, and has a bad attitude.
Ooh, a storied antique, eh? I knew I had the right hunt. I wonder if I should set the price even higher.
I think you should probably hand it over.
I think you should probably pay for it.
Salma, I'm trying to protect you.
Oh, nonsense. It's just a bit of leather and paper. Excuse me. I'm fighting some kind of chest cold.
What's it going to take to get that book off you?
Bartering services, are we? Very well, then. There's a rare form of icy soulstone in this region. The locals call it Horco. I have an interested buyer among the lake tribes. Bring me
Where can I find it?
Try rousting some bandits and searching any chests you find. They're always harassing miners around here.
And how would you know that
Mind your business, boy. Now off with you. You're much too kind, dear.
Hello.
Greetings. Greetings. Many thanks.
Hi there. Hey, yeah.
What's the situation on Ballastar side?
According to our intelligence, the residents of Hollisburg are dug in. Even Ballastar is having trouble dislodging them. I expect they remember his last visit and aren't too keen to let him through their doors again.
Good. It's about time he learned actions have consequences.
This is a race against time now. If we don't seize this opportunity, it'll be us on the chopping block next.
We didn't take many injuries this time, but if we keep pushing our forces this hard...
We don't have time to worry about that.
Albrecht? Thoughts?
A fatigued army is not an abstract concern. But, as the High Commander says, we have a narrow window here.
The news that we've occupied this place will spread fast. If we don't act first, Ballastar will.
Who's running things in Lyriar now?
It seems Guillermo was left in charge. He was appointed as overseer when Ballastar left to pursue Abramo.
Guillermo, huh? Ballastar must have recognized how important the city is. He left us a clever opponent. What happens if Guillermo digs his heels in, hides behind the walls and stalls for reinforcements?
Ballastar is fixated on an all-out offensive at Hollisburg. Even if news from Lyriar did reach him, I'm not certain he'd be willing to divide his forces.
All right then. Let's not waste any more time. Leave a handful of troops here. Everyone else, make your preparations. We're headed to Lyriar.
What the hell? Why's the gate open?
Clara, what do you think they're up to?
I think Guillermo's playing with our heads. I've seen this trick before. Could be any number of reasons for it. That's the point. Maybe they got word we were coming too late to prepare their defenses. Or maybe Guillermo thought leaving the front door wide open would spook us. Personally, I'm betting it's a little bit of both.
Right. No way they don't have a surprise or two waiting inside.
We could always start setting things on fire. But I guess in a place with civilians, that's off the table.
We're not stooping to Ballastar's level.
We could send in some scouts.
Won't do much good. He's not stupid enough to lay the trap just inside the front gate. Whatever he's got waiting for us, it'll be deeper inside. Beyond some inner keep.
Guess I've got no choice but to accept the invitation.
Relax. You and I both know the only thing that beats a clever scheme is a disciplined opponent. Once we get in there, all we have to do is stay calm and think on our feet.
Easier said than done. All right. They're counting on us to hesitate, so it's time to do the opposite. Everyone, prepare to charge the gate! Guillermo, long time no see.
Too soon for my taste. I had hoped to never see you again.
Oh, sorry, friend. Life doesn't always go how we plan. I know how you feel.
You should have stayed in Faunacht. You could have lived out your days in peace.
We still might. We certainly took Vuger without breaking a sweat.
You won't beat Ballastar just by snatching a few crumbling castles.
You don't have to tell me that. But it's no concern of yours. You won't be making it out of here alive.
I'll admit, you've done well to surprise us this way. But the victory parade stops here. I'll make you regret slithering into the sunlight, you little snake.
Sure thing, Cap.
I hope you enjoyed walking through those unguarded gates. You've entered the lion's den. Now!
Oh, hell. Guess he had something up his sleeve after all.
Don't get nervous. It's just a few archers, but we can't stay here. Let's try attacking that gate from the...
The destination doesn't matter. It's the people you're with.
No flame can extinguish my will.
Do you believe you've grown stronger hiding these past 2 years? There is no hiding from a flame.
Gods, that's some seriously powerful magic, but we have to find a way. Clara, what's your read?
Judging by their formation, I think Guillermo's taking advantage of the city's layout. But more importantly, take a look at that switch over there. I'll bet it controls all the gates on that side.
Maybe, but it won't be easy to get to.
It's natural to look for the easy, but if you do that every time, you'll pay.
Let's do this.
I'll reduce you to ash!
I see. You've put more thought into this than I gave you credit for.
Obviously. And we won't stop until Ballastar's dead.
Ridiculous arrogance. This changes nothing. You're going to regret coming out of hiding by the time this is over.
Says the guy about to run away. Lyriar is ours, and we're just getting warmed up. This place has changed a lot since we were last here.
Not just this place. They destroyed the palace, too.
Looks like Ballastar decided to take out his rage on the city.
And use the rubble to ambush us. That bastard's out of his mind.
He's gonna destroy everything. So it's up to us to stop him.
Hi there.
Robin, what's the situation in Lyria?
It's not good. It's like a totally different city from when we were there. The people who live there have been taking off the second they see our soldiers.
That bad?
Yeah. I actually had to tell our guys on the streets to start patrolling without armor.
What the hell happened here?
Ballastar's troops had a pretty strict curfew. Most of the citizens were barely allowed out of their homes. And anyone who slipped up were either beaten, robbed, or both.
So much for standing up to tyranny.
It sounds like it was mostly bored soldiers being stupid. But they didn't get much pushback from above. That's what happens when you let too many things slide.
Unbelievable.
It's not Benario doing this. It's Ballastar and his little band of killers. He raised taxes too, you know, after he killed Abramo. Apparently he's been squeezing all of Florient dry. That's why they won't look us in the eye here.
Tell the troops about this. Make sure everyone knows. The populace here is off limits. Keep a close eye on it.
Right.
And let the people know that we're here to stop the man who was oppressing them. Maybe that'll ease the situation.
You got it, Cap. Hi there. Hi there.
Excuse me. Luis, right?
Sir, how can I be of
I need a signature on the supply form from one of the archers in your unit.
Oh, certainly, sir. There you are.
Thanks. Interesting handwriting. Now, where have I seen it before?
Sir? Wait. Oh, no.
Wait right here.
Oh, God.
So, you're the little poet who wrote me that lovely song.
Technically it was a limerick, ma'am.
You should really stop talking.
No, please, go on. Tell me why you wrote it.
Please, High Commander, I'm so sorry. It was a stupid joke. I was drunk and...
Stop. I didn't ask when or how. I asked why. Are you dissatisfied with something about how I lead?
No, ma'am.
Stop cowering, damn it. Stand up straight. Speak your mind.
Well, ma'am, if I'm honest, I think your training is too harsh, and I don't like how tightly you control our rations. I signed up to fight the Empire, then had to spend 2 years in hiding. I miss my sister. Ma'am.
Are you through?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Now listen to me. I'm grateful you're here.
You're... what?
I know it's not easy, being stuck here. Fighting for something that's hard to see. But that sister of yours, she's the reason we're doing this, right?
Yes.
You all joined up for your own reasons. That's why I push you all so hard. It's my job to make sure you're equipped to see it through. Even when all you want to do is give up. After all, I can't afford to let one of my best archers...
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry for that stupid note. Please accept my apology.
Accepted. Now then, all we have to do is decide your punishment.
Pardon?
This one-eyed hag could use a good sparring partner. Think you're up to it?
It would be my honor, High Commander.
Good. You're dismissed.
You handled that a lot more calmly than I expected.
Leaders should listen to what their subordinates have to say. Assuming they have the guts to say it. Anyway, thanks for looking into it. Now let's get back to things that actually matter.
Yes?
Marshall, do you have a moment?
Certainly.
Ballastar's reign. It's even worse than we thought. The temperature on the streets is dangerously high.
I'm aware. It's not a situation we can resolve overnight, but we can resolve it. The most important thing right now is not to repeat Ballastar's mistake.
Right. I put Robin in charge of keeping our people under control.
Good. It'll take time to demonstrate that we're not the same as them. But we also can't afford to stay here long.
I sense a suggestion coming.
I think I should stay behind here for a while. Someone needs to help this place get back on its...
Marshall.
Lyriar is important, even after all it's been through. It's a city with a tremendous population and considerable resources. It's also a stronghold we've breached twice, so we know how to defend it. And symbolic significance aside, we need a place like this. We're on a winning streak right now, but there may come a day when that isn't the case. Should the worst come to pass, Lyriar can give us a safe place to fall back to.
You know, now that I think about it, you haven't left my side since Lynetta.
I suppose that's true.
Well, you're right about one thing. I'm bound to start messing things up again soon. So try not to be gone too long.
I'll be back before you know it. In the meantime, here, for you.
A book?
It's poetry. I hope they put your heart at ease. They always do for me.
Thank you. We can talk about our favorites when you get...
Looking forward to it. Oh, before I forget. Andrea was looking...
Andrea wants to talk to me? Now I know the whole world's been turned upside down.
She said she had something important to do.
Huh.
Yes. Yes. You have my thanks.
What is it?
You should stay with Marshall. She'll need help with all the administrative work.
Yes.
Yeah? Eden, you have to hear me out.
All right, all right. What do you need so badly that you're this riled up?
I heard Marshall is planning to stay in Lyriar. Please, have Sarah stay with her.
How do you know about that already? I only just heard myself.
I overheard Leonard talking about it. Now will you do it or not?
Andrea...
One of the scouts who helps her gather ingredients got injured in the last battle. He's fine, but it reminded me that we're right back in the thick of it now. Even the safest soldier isn't safe. Sarah isn't suited for this life. It was true back then, and it's just as true now. She's been lucky to survive this long. There's no telling what could happen in the future. And this war's... If she can be somewhere away from the action, even if it's just a little bit safer, I'll take it. Don't you think it's time for that?
Did you... discuss this with... I know how you feel, but we should ask Sarah before making a...
No, please don't. I'm asking you to make a decision.
Okay.
Really?
Really. I understand. And if she's safe, I don't have to worry about you getting distracted.
Thank you. I knew I could count on...
That's good to hear.
Yeah?
Albrecht, what's the news on Ballastar?
According to reports, he has yet to capture Hollisburg. Marcus, the former head of House Siegwolf, has been killed, but his brother Emmerich is still putting up a fight.
Guess there's still a few brave people left in the world.
Just because they've managed to hold out until now doesn't mean they can do it forever. Not to mention there's always the chance Ballastar will give up on Hollisburg and turn his attention towards us.
Just remember your training and follow your orders. Do that, and Ballastar won't be a problem. Now, if you're through trading commentary, can we discuss our next move?
Until now, I figured we'd mostly rely on the element of surprise. Though I thought for sure Ballastar would have moved against us by now.
Sounds like good luck to me.
Hopefully. Now we just have to figure out how to use it.
What do you think of forming an alliance?
An alliance?
Marshall mentioned that Ballastar began ruling like a tyrant after his coup against Abramo. That was why the Siegwolves rebelled in the first place. But they can't be the only ones dissatisfied with this state of affairs.
Albrecht, did you not hear anything I just said? Our troops are more than ready for this. We don't need anyone else's.
Clara, let's hear him out, and then make a decision.
The decision is obvious. You just don't like it.
Continue.
It's safe to assume the Siegwolves aren't alone in their discontent for Ballastar's rule, and yet none of the other lords have risen up. Most likely that's a result of how ruthless he's been about stamping out any hint of opposition. But what do you suppose they're saying now?
That he's hesitating toward us, and getting his ass kicked at Hollisburg.
Precisely. We have a brief window here. If we extend the lords an offer, I believe they'll accept.
There. We heard him out. And I can already tell you where that story ends. How many times do I have to say this? I can handle Ballastar on my own.
Clara, no one here is questioning your skills. But charging headfirst into Ballastar would make for one bloody fight, even if we win. If there's a way around that, I think it's worth a try.
I knew you didn't have the stomach for this. Always looking for some clever angle. I'll say this once. We can't trick our way out of every fight. Waiting around for the safer choice is the best way to let golden opportunities pass you by.
I hear you, Clara. But squaring up against Ballastar is about as far from a golden opportunity as it gets. Besides, this alliance thing is still a long shot anyway. If it falls through, you'll get your fight one way or the other. Just be patient a little longer.
Do what you want. Just don't come crying to me.
If you're planning a meet, Hasset's would be the best place. Should put our hosts at ease to be on their own home turf, and it sets us up to strike at Ballastar.
Sounds like a plan. Then the Allied Summit will be held at Hasset's. Send a messenger and start making preparations. We've got no time to waste. Dismissed.
There you are.
Albrecht.
We're ready to move.
Remember this place? It's where we first...
Oh, yes. I recall that creature we met as well.
Standing here, I can't help but think it feels like fate. We're lucky to have you. Especially considering everything we've been through since...
We should be off. The lords await.
Karel, Pau, Mateus, Alexandre, and even Katerina. One by one, the high houses joined forces with Eden's cause. Ostensibly, they gathered to avenge the late King Abramo. But their true motivation was plain for all to see. The protection of their own wealth and power from Ballastar's iron heel. Of such fickle things was the alliance against Ballastar born, and by unanimous consent, Eden chosen as its high commander.
How fared the summit?
Better than expected. They all signed without incident. Makes sense, I guess. They don't have much choice.
If I were you, I wouldn't put much faith in that little scrap of paper. Easy come, easy go. Don't get me wrong. It's a good story. All of Artemisia united under common purpose. Till that purpose is met anyway. Then out come the knives.
We'll worry about that later.
Won't have to. They won't have the balls. Or the knives, for that matter.
What do you mean?
When your family owns a lot of land, they make your name really big on the maps. But that's not the same thing as having actual power. Empire fell. These are just the lucky little pissants who scurried out of the way.
So our great allied army is just an illusion.
Enough to train these idiots into something real. It won't matter how many soldiers we have if I can't give an order and trust them to get it done.
How much time do you need?
A month.
You know that's pushing it. Ballastar won't give us that long. Our new allies might not even be around by then.
Even if they are, convincing them to fall in line might not be easy.
Then forget it. I said from the start I'd rather stick with my own troops anyway.
Perhaps we could arrange a memorial to King Abramo.
We're talking about training. What the hell is that supposed to mean?
As you say, the alliance is an agreement between nobles. We'll need a declaration to the public. And if we expect them to fight for us, we'll also need to make the case for overthrowing Ballastar. So, let us make an occasion of it. Commemorate Abramo's death, and in the same stroke, announce the alliance to bring his killer to justice. Rouse the public's heart.
A king like Abramo deserves to be properly remembered.
We'll begin preparations immediately.
You asked for time. I'm doing my best to get it. But you should start looking into other options in case it doesn't work.
You spent a lot of time thinking about how not to lose. One of these days, you'll have to actually try to win.
Two years ago, King Abramo of House Orsio brought the Empire's cruelty to an end. For his actions, he was rewarded with a knife in his back, and his killer's name is Ballastar Fenice, a new tyrant blinded by power and greed. That is why I, Eden, and 5 noble lords have gathered to bring justice to Ballastar and those who serve him. To them, I say this. If you have any honor left at all, surrender now. Those who choose to side with a monster will meet the same fate.
The Alliance commemorated the death of King Abramo and pledged to bring his murderer to justice. Bolstered by public support, the Alliance enjoyed a swell in solidarity. But persuading the lords to bide their time would prove another challenge altogether.
What news?
The majority voted to move immediately.
What are they thinking?
Our troops outnumber Ballastar's. They think waiting would be a waste of time. More importantly, we don't have the resources to feed an army this size.
A difficult obstacle.
It's now or never. If we try to delay, this alliance crumbles before it's begun.
Suits me fine.
Clara.
It was always going to come to this. Ballastar keeps his troops small for a reason. They're elite, hardened, loyal. These Alliance troops don't have the experience to execute our maneuvers. Numbers are the only advantage we've got. If we want to make use of that, we need a simple battle. No extra wrinkles.
So, head on after all then.
That's right. But Ballastar's learned some lessons too. We can't count on him being reckless. We'll have to draw him out onto the battlefield.
And how do you plan to do that?
Castilian. We steal his home right from under him.
Castilian, huh?
Take that, and he won't have a choice. He'll have to respond. Then all we have to do is beat him.
You make it sound easy. But you're right. That'll draw him out of Hullisburg for sure. Okay, Clara. We'll try it your way. Albrecht, notify the lords. The Alliance marches on Castilian.
According to our scouts, the general in command of Castilian is Hector.
Hector? That's a little surprising. I didn't think Ballastar trusted him that much.
I've been puzzling over the same thing. Alas, no answers yet.
Is everyone in position?
Yeah. We followed Claire's instructions to the letter. But there's something a little strange about all this, Cap.
What do you mean?
It's just the formation she has us in. They're not like her. She's got our forces all spaced out. Feels kind of sloppy.
We just got a message from the lords. Their troops are in position, and the castle's surrounded.
Where's Hector?
No clue. But if I know him, he'll come out and greet us shortly.
You don't think he'll just hole up inside?
They're both bad options. I'm betting he'll take the lesser evil.
I'm not sure I follow your logic.
Robin, you've deployed your troops like I've told you to, right?
Yeah.
Good. I'll only explain this once, so listen up. The Alliance forces are lined up in straightforward formations. So we're gonna go in messy. To anyone up on those walls, it'll look like we're the weak link.
Whoa. So all this is to lure Hector out?
Now you've got it. Of course, as soon as the fighting starts, they'll figure out what we're up to.
But if he does come out, are you sure you're gonna be able to stop him?
As long as you don't get caught, it won't matter one way or the other. No matter what Hector does, the surprise should be enough to flip the momentum. Just be ready for whatever tricks he...
Right.
Then we're all set.
Robin, raise the signal. The battle starts now. It's quiet. How long do we have to wait?
Don't be in such a hurry. We can start the offensive once we know where Hector is. I've got scouts in the Alliance camps.
Listen up! We're busting through! Move your asses and don't look back!
Found him.
He can't afford to wait until the Alliance shows up. Looks like he's coming to us. Let's dig in and capture them one by one.
Like moths to a flame. Form up ranks!
Armor your body. Shield your heart.
All right.
So, this is how it ends.
Hughes! Cesare's down!
The hell with him! I'm more worried about me! If you're so concerned, go save him yourself.
Are you out of your mind? I'm not going in there alone. The hell with this. Let's get out of here.
It was a bold move, Hector, but you failed.
You think I'm gonna die in some hellhole like this? The time is now! Push forward!
So, you had more troops after all.
At this rate, the Alliance must be fighting Scarecrow. He's gonna combine all his forces! Don't let your guard down!
If we don't punch through... Fight to the last breath! Cut down any idiot who gets...
You can do this. You can do this.
Let's roll. Where are we going again?
It makes no difference. I've been alone in this world since the very start. Just try and stop me!
Hector, I was wondering when I'd run into you.
Pleasant reunion. Move aside and I'll spare your life for old time's sake.
My life? After what you've done, I'd be more concerned about your own.
Little bastard. Beaten by a kid. I'm getting rusty.
Tie him up! I thought you had us for a moment there.
But if all your troops are here, the Alliance must have taken the castle by now.
I don't mind doing all the work, but something about this feels off. Why would Ballastar give this place up so easily?
I'll wager Hector was acting alone.
Sounds like he and Ballastar are having some friction. Maybe when this is over, we ought to have a little chat. It's been a while, Hector.
Losing to you lot? Guess I've gotten rusty after all. Whatever. Kill me. Be done with it.
You weren't trying to defend that place at all. You were trying to escape. What's the matter? You and Ballastar having some little lovers' quarrel?
Quarrel? That ox barely communicates at all. Now spare me your rustic charm and stupid questions. I don't have the stomach for it.
Fine. Take him away. We should keep him alive, though.
Why's that?
Call it a hunch. There's more he's not telling us. Besides, he might be useful down the road.
Fine by me. Do as you see fit.
How's it going?
Yeah?
How's Hector doing?
Quieter than I expected. I told the soldiers to keep a close eye on him, though.
Good. We can't let our guards down just yet.
By the way, Gilbert went to go meet him a little while ago. What do you think he's after?
I'm sure he'll fill us in later. If Hector can be of use.
Will do. You should head... The lords are waiting for you. I imagine they'll want to discuss plans for move.
Probably. Things have been going... Better to be prepared. I'll be on my way then.
Got it.
Ah, High Commander, over here. We were just talking about what a piss-poor performance Ballastar's forces put on.
Honestly, who would have expected it? The man terrorized the continent for 2 years. Now his troops are falling to yours at every step.
More like tripping over their own feet.
I don't want to tempt fate, but at this rate, it seems obvious where things are heading. What do you think?
I think if it's as easy as all that, it's a pity it took us 2 years to stand up to that brute. After all, time is precious to an old hag like me.
Here now, you're as spry as any one of us. I saw you out there today, barking orders left and right.
I saw the enemy fleeing her. Must have been afraid of Lady Sobek.
Rude man.
Perhaps that's enough chatter for today. The High Commander must be bored out of his mind.
Oh no, not at all. It's a momentous achievement after all. The first victory of the Alliance. It should serve as a solid foundation for whatever comes next.
Excellent. We should raise a glass or two this... I've given orders to empty Castilian's larders and prepare...
What?
That's the spirit. First we take the bastards home, then we dance on his table.
Nothing like adding insult to injury.
Enemy morale will take a hit, that's for certain.
All the better.
With all due respect, Ballastar is still out there. Don't you think this is a little premature?
What do you mean? We've won a tremendous victory. If anything, we should be celebrating more.
Go easy on the young man. This sort of politics is new to him. In a war of this scale, keeping spirits high is paramount.
Events like this also help foster good relations between new allies.
Well, come now, High Commander. Don't spoil the mood. Let's commemorate this occasion with a night to remember.
Of course. Looking forward to it.
What the hell is this? You're throwing a feast now? After one...
We didn't have a choice. Besides, the banquet's already started.
Really? Last I checked, half your army's camped outside. It's bad enough we don't have any lookouts posted. Now you're gonna sit in here and drink yourself You haven't changed one bit! Lunetta's town drunks back in...
No, I never met the Eden you're talking about. I'm sorry to say. But that's not who he is now. And you damn well...
I sure thought I did. But I guess not.
Clara, you're not wrong. Ballastar's coming. If I had my way, this place would be nothing but barricades and drills from sunup to sundown. But there's politics in the mix. And our favor with the Lords is a finite resource. If Eden spends it now, maybe they pack up and head home. Leave us holding a castle we can't defend. You might believe tomorrow's enemy is tomorrow's problem. But this was a necessary compromise.
Even if you take his main stronghold, if he attacks tonight...
There's no way he could get here that quick. I doubt he's even heard about it yet. Don't be so eager for trouble.
This isn't about me being eager. It's about you being complacent.
There's no use debating what's already done. I'm not trying to ignore you, Clara. But lately, you're second-guessing me at every turn. I'll have the troops leave their seats as early as possible, and post scouts in case Ballastar steals a night march on us.
You weren't at Lenoy, so maybe you don't know this. But I learned it the hard way. Numbers don't scare Ballastar one.
I'll keep that in mind.
It was you who put me in charge. Just making sure you haven't forgotten.
I gave you command in battle. Nothing more.
Ah, High Commander, you're finally here!
I was just saying how much I'm enjoying myself.
Good. But we shouldn't get too comfortable.
Ha, now that's a leader, worried even after a victory. As if Ballastar would attack after a loss like this.
Let's hope not. On that note, the troops outside. Am I correct in thinking those are yours, Lord Corell?
That's correct. Though young Pow here's got a few out there as well.
Is there a problem?
Have you deployed scouts towards Hollisburg?
Come now. You're not seriously expecting Ballastar to attack tonight?
No. I just want to be prepared in case he has to flee Hollisburg and tries to retreat here.
I hadn't even thought about that. Understood. I'll dispatch scouts immediately.
Good. Oh, but if he does flee our way, we'll be chasing him in the dark, so don't get too deep in your cups, huh?
I hope you're not like this at every feast.
Come on now, don't be so serious. Take a seat.
Sorry, but I've got a lot of work to do.
You've done your work. You deserve to enjoy it, don't you? Besides, everyone's been awaiting your arrival. It would seem a shame to leave so soon.
Here, here. Strapping young buck like you can't very...
One might begin to wonder if the High Commander is off scheming behind our backs.
In that case, we'd better drink fast.
Just once in my life, I wish something would go according to plan. My head's clear enough.
Don't worry, I'm not second-guessing you again. Clearly, this is tactical drunkenness.
It is, actually. I got you those scouts. Troops outside the walls, too.
Gods. I wish you'd just listened to me from The Alliance is gonna fall apart as soon as Ballastar's dead. Why are you working so hard to maintain it? Did I say something fun?
You haven't changed a bit.
What's that supposed to mean?
I wish I could go back to how I was in Lunetta. I've seen too much, or... too much on my shoulder. But you're the same as the day we met.
Meaning?
Meaning... Gods, Clara. Can't you cut me a little slack? You think playing jester to a bunch of drunk nobles is fun for me?
No. Why do you think I'm fighting so hard to beat that bastard? Don't you get it yet? Sooner or later, it's gonna come down to you against him. If you keep running from that, he'll eat you alive.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. Huh?
What the? Cap, come quick! I don't know how they did it, but Ballastar's people are everywhere! We gotta get the hell out of here!
Castilian is in flames. What the hell is happening?
It's Ballastar! He's at the gates!
No! How did you get past our scouts? Ask them yourself.
Lord Pow!
Things are looking rather dire.
Lords Pow and Corel have been obliterated. It's only a matter of time before Ballastar reaches us as—
Even these old eyes can see which way the wind is blowing. I thought Eden was a righteous man. Clearly he just wanted some extra bodies between he and that brute. There's no point dying in some Benarian backwater. I'm returning to my family's—
Sounds like wisdom to me.
The old hag's pulled out.
Her years may be waning, but her instincts are spot on. I won't die playing fodder for some up-jumped peasant. Let's be off. This battle is as good as lost.
Lady Katerina! Lord Mateus!
Cap! This isn't the time! If we don't get out of here, we'll be surrounded!
Where are the rest of the Alliance soldiers?
Ballastar's attack has them scattered all over!
All right. Let's regroup and get the— This is not the place we die!
I always knew it would come down to this.
Lila, what are you going on about?
I'm always telling Selena it's the nice ones you have to look out for. Looks like I was right.
I don't have time for this crap. Get out of my way, or I'll put you in the ground.
You can try.
No flame can extinguish my will.
Been a while, Eden. Wish I could say—
Funny. I was thinking the same—
Doesn't matter who's right and who's wrong. This ridiculous feud ends—
It seems you still don't know who I— If you think I'm dying here, you're not as wise as I thought.
Sorry, son.
We'll see about that. The gates are just ahead! Don't let up!
You think we'd let you off that easy? You damn traitors! I'll kill you with my own
They chased us all the way here?
Bar their path! Don't leave them any room to slither.
Damn it! Don't listen to them! We have to push through!
I can't believe you came looking for us. You're either arrogant or stupid.
Ballastar killed my brother. I'll hunt him for 1,000 lifetimes.
I don't know what you hope to accomplish, but it's time to give up. I won't make the same mistake.
It wasn't your mistakes that cost Lyriar. It was us. If you don't believe that, I'll just have to prove.
You got it, kid.
There's no time to relax. We have to get out of Castilian.
Running again, Eden!
Ballastar.
Some things never change. Nibbling my crumbs, then scurrying off. More the fool I, expecting better from a rat.
You know, even after all this, some part of me hoped you might see through this misunderstanding and apologize. Clearly, I gave you too much credit.
Misunderstandings. Apologies. God, you're pathetic. The only apology I'll give is to the rats. You're not even that. Just a parasite.
Bastard! Eden, no! Don't sink to his taunts. This isn't the place.
Go ahead. Flee. It's all you're good for. That is... when you're not sacrificing friends.
Balastar. Francisco! Eden, wait! We must...
I won't let it happen again!
Still, he hesitates. Have you no wish to save him? Where's the thundering beast I saw that day? Perhaps it takes a bit of blood to wake you.
Balastar!
No fluke after all, then. Now you see, Eden. There's no escaping it. You and I are fated for this.
To hell with fate. Remember this, Balastar, and remember it well. You're not taking one more thing from me. I'll tear your world apart.